on with Kelly. And this is the crazy kind of trade-off solo section.
Well, before you move on, can we just mention, like, so Conrad sent his solos first, and when we heard them, we're like, yo, what's Kelly gonna do? It's like, that's crazy. Kelly can play against anybody, and I don't mean like against, but like you could hear somebody and he's like, oh, that's what Conrad did, he served me. This is Kelly responding to Conrad. So if you listen to this song, Conrad put down all of his parts, including the next section where it's separated, it kind of left space for Kelly. So Kelly was like, he listened to these mind-numbing parts from Conrad and then served them with this amazingness, and it's incredible like how just diverse of a lead player he is.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's coming. Solo that one section. I remember when we first got this first track, I was like, is this a joke? Like, this is one of the most ridiculously weird and yet incredible runs I've ever heard from any guitarist. What the hell is that? Can you play that half speed, dude? Like, seriously, just play it for people so they can have their minds. It's all weird increments.
I couldn't write that in a million years.
Yeah, and the rhythm on it is just like, what is going on? Like, that's what made Eddie Van Halen cool to me, was that he would do these strange, weird rhythms where he'd swing at different times and like on the 5 note versus the 4th. And it's, yeah, I quit.
Yeah.
Here's the intro of the song, which kind of brings it back nice, because, like, you know, Lost Symphony's always been almost like a pop band in a metal shred orchestral format. So it's like, it brings you back to the theme. It's almost like a chorus of some sort.
It's so short for a Lost Symphony song. It's under 4 minutes. It's like 3.5 minutes. That's crazy. I forgot about that.
Although it's probably the most notes per second.
That's true. Yeah, it has more notes than any other Lost Symphony song, but it's the shortest. Yeah, so let's just take a listen to some of the string stuff that might get a little bit buried. I can't remember. This is probably one of the first songs we did.
It is one of the first songs we did with Siobhan. We had just met Siobhan, and we're like, hey, can you play to this? Well, what do you want me to play? One note at a time, Siobhan.
Yeah, so these are all submixes of probably stacks of violins.
You should put it with the piano. I think it'd be really cool, because there's a lot of cool harmonic stuff going on. That's awesome. Obviously the same kind of theme as the intro. I'm proud of that one.
Yeah, that's a song that, despite I think our early unsureness of what the hell we were doing, seems to have stood the test of time. It was also one of the first ones that I mixed, and by first ones I mean first songs.
In your entire career.
This is the chapter 1 was the first album I ever mixed. So listening back, I'm trying not to cringe too hard, but I feel like I didn't ruin it. So that's a win in my book. The song, it's still listenable, which was my goal at the time.
I mean, I think it sounds great, and it's cool that every record has gotten sonically better in my opinion. But I guess for everybody that listens, it's like, it's different being a listener versus a critical producer engineer, because there were so many records I listened to back in the day, and it's like they had terrible sounds on them or whatever, but it was part of the mojo of the record. Meanwhile, Cory's like, oh, the EQ on the violin.
Oh, that's awful. Sorry. I might have to go back and remix this one at some point.
We really should remix this one, because this is a song that, of all the tunes, we get probably some of the most comments about, as far as people want to learn it too. So just so you know, Kelly has actually made a video that we will be releasing, if it's not out already, teaching what's going on in this song.
And if someone makes a video of this section, I will give you $100 if you play that.
I'll match
out of my own pocket.
I will
if you give us a video of you performing that, I will give you $100.
$200. I will match you.
Note for note.
Kelly,
note for
it doesn't
note.
include you.
Not Kelly. Kelly
no
is
Canadian
disqualified.
loonies for you, bro.
So yeah, that is Catnip High. It's a fan favorite. It's one of our favorites, and I hope you enjoyed a little look behind the relatively minimalistic session for us, but nevertheless a very popular song. So if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments below. Let us know what other songs you'd like to learn about, any parts specifically you want to hear about.
Or even questions you have, like you've watched these videos and you're like, oh, well, that's opened a whole other can of worms. We're happy to answer it, and we appreciate you watching, so thanks.
Yep. LostSymphony.com.